On October 13, 1972, the world witnessed one of the most harrowing and miraculous tales of survival. This is the story of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, an ordinary flight that turned into an extraordinary fight for life. Let's delve into the details of what happened on that fateful day. The aircraft, a Fairchild FH-227D twin-engine turboprop, was carrying 45 passengers, including 5 crew members. The flight was chartered by a rugby team, the Old Christians Club, and their family and friends. The plane departed from Montevideo, Uruguay, bound for Santiago, Chile. Map of South America appears, tracing the planned route. The journey required navigating the treacherous Andes Mountains. The pilots were seasoned professionals, but the Andes presented a unique challenge with its towering peaks and rapidly changing weather conditions. As the aircraft ascended, optimism filled the cabin. Laughter and excitement spread among the passengers. None aboard could have predicted what lay ahead. Among the 45 on board were 19 rugby players from the Old Christians Club. They were young, vibrant, and full of dreams. Accompanying them were friends and family members, including a mother and her son, as well as a medical student and a retired couple. The group was diverse but united by the bonds of friendship and love. Their destination was Santiago, where they were scheduled to play a friendly match. As they flew over the Andes, they shared stories, snacks, and hopes for the future. It was meant to be a trip filled with memories and joy, but fate had other plans. October 13th started like any other flight, but as the aircraft approached the Andes, weather conditions worsened. Clouds engulfed the plane, and visibility plummeted. At 3:34 p.m., the pilots mistakenly believed they had cleared the mountains. They began descending, a fatal error. Show dramatic recreations of the crash sequence. The Fairchild struck the mountainside, ripping off the tail section. Several passengers were ejected instantly. Pieces of the plane scattered across the snowy peaks. When the fuselage hit the ground, it came to rest on a glacier over 12,000 feet above sea level. Survivors recalled the deafening noise, the screams, and the sensation of the world spinning. Many were injured, and others were left in shock. The crash claimed 12 lives instantly, including several crew members and passengers. The survivors were thrust into chaos, their screams echoing in the frozen wilderness. Cold, injured, and in shock, the survivors had to confront the unimaginable. They were stranded in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Resources were scarce. They had no food, and the biting cold was unrelenting. With temperatures dropping below -30 degrees Celsius at night, hypothermia was a constant threat. Adding to their despair was the realization that they were completely isolated. The mountainous terrain blocked any radio signals, and their white plane blended into the snow, making it nearly invisible from the air. For the first few days, the survivors rationed the little food they had, chocolates, wine, and a few snacks. They melted snow for water and huddled together for warmth inside the broken fuselage. As the days turned into weeks, desperation set in. With no animals or vegetation in the barren environment, the survivors faced starvation. Eventually, they were forced to make a horrifying decision. To survive, they had to consume the flesh of those who had perished. This decision was not made lightly. Survivor Roberto Canessa explained, "We thought of it as communion. We prayed and asked for forgiveness. Nights were particularly grueling. The survivors took turns keeping watch, ensuring that everyone stayed warm and awake. Sleep was a luxury that often came with frostbite or worse. Despite the dire situation, their resilience shone through. They crafted makeshift tools, reinforced their shelter with debris, and kept a lookout for rescue planes. They even celebrated a makeshift Christmas, sharing stories and prayers to keep their spirits alive. Meanwhile, search and rescue teams were deployed to locate the missing flight. However, the harsh weather and mountainous terrain made the search nearly impossible. After 8 days, the official search was called off, and the passengers were presumed dead. Show newspaper headlines declaring the end of the search. But the survivors refused to give up. They built makeshift shelters, melted snow for water, and clung to hope. They wrote messages in the snow, hoping that rescue planes might see them. Some survivors even created makeshift sunglasses from the airplane's visors to protect their eyes from snow blindness. On December 12, two survivors, Nando Pardo and Roberto Canessa, embarked on an 11-day trek through the Andes to find help. They carried only a sleeping bag made from plain insulation, pieces of flesh for sustenance, and sheer determination. Crossing treacherous peaks and battling exhaustion, they encountered endless challenges, including snowstorms and freezing winds. On the 11th day, they finally reached a Chilean farmer named Sergio Catalan, who alerted authorities. Pardo and Canessa's heroic journey marked the beginning of the end of their ordeal. On December 20th, 72 days after the crash, helicopters rescued the remaining 14 survivors. Their ordeal had finally come to an end. Tears of relief and joy marked the reunion with their families. The crash of Flight 571 sparked a global discussion about survival and ethics. The black box revealed that pilot error and poor weather conditions were the primary causes of the crash. The story also shed light on the human capacity for resilience and the difficult moral choices made in extreme conditions. The survivor's story inspired countless books, documentaries, and the Hollywood film Alive. It remains a profound example of human endurance in the face of unimaginable odds. For those who survived, life was never the same. Many struggled with the memories and the moral decisions they had to make. But their resilience continues to inspire generations. The story of Flight 571 is more than a tale of tragedy, it is a testament to the unbreakable human spirit. Even in the darkest moments, hope and perseverance can lead to miracles. Screen fades to black with the words, "Thank you for watching." Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories.